So my people, I greet you all. Thank you once again for joining this live stream. As you all know, don't forget to hit the like button, like the video or love the video, or any reaction you feel is appropriate for the video, you strike that button and show your reaction. And if you are not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, subscribe is free. And my Facebook page, you can subscribe, is monthly support. You can support me by subscribing to my page, or you can support me by sending me stars, or you can support me by sending me thanks on YouTube. You are welcome everywhere you're watching from. Don't forget to let us know your thoughts. And we are not insulting people, we are not fighting. It is important for us to be able to talk, to have conversation, and it is important for us to have open mind, to be able to hear what other people are saying. Don't come to my page with a closed mind, you will not learn anything. If you have only one perspective and you are not open to hear from others, and then there's no point to living. So I like that we can accommodate other minds. But that doesn't mean that you should not come and start insulting people and say, oh, your mama, your this. No, no, no. Insult is not a comment. So for some people who don't know, writing an insult is not a comment. Writing an insult shows that you are still a baby, you are not grown, you are still throwing tantrum, you cannot engage. So don't come here to write insult. If you write insult, you will be removed, because we want to have an interaction with ourselves. We are not here to insult. Nobody know pass, nobody sabi pass. Everybody will learn something if we are open-minded. So if you want to come and look for who you want to insult, this is not the page for you. Okay, so we want also to uplift. We want to maybe not focus so much on all the negatives. That's what I want us to talk about. What are the progress, what are the benefits? Let's even talk for the first time, or on the positive things. Because one of our brother made a comment, I hope he's a brother. He said we're always talking about the negatives. Why don't we project or talk about the positive milestones first? And I was like, he's very right, because we focus so much on the negative. All our mind is revolving around the negative. And if there's any positive, we are not seeing it, because it doesn't amount to anything, because we are so focused on the negative. We are looking for all the problems. And by looking at the problem, focusing on the problem, nobody is profiling solution, and nobody is listening to any solution, and any solution is not even being talked about. So that's why I'm saying, what are the progress we have made so far? And is there any benefits that we have gotten so far? So I like to have some positive vibes today. And before I also go on, I want to say my heart goes out to all the people who are experiencing natural disasters at this point because of the dams that was opened in Cameroon. There's a lot of flooding from that gate, from the Benue belt to Kogi to Anambra. So there's a lot of flooding going on right now to Delta State. I know, you know how that area is from Benue to Kogi. So there's a lot of flooding right now, and also in some part of the US, they are experiencing this hurricane. There's a lot of natural incidents going on. So my heart goes out also to you all. I don't know what we can say, but I hope that they will get help, that relief will meet them. I hope that NEMA, Nigerian Emergency Services, will be able to do something for the ones that are able to leave their homes and look for some refuge. I don't know, but I just hope for some help and some refuge to come to them. So you're welcome, my people. Welcome. Yes, yes, my brother. Exactly. The progress in Akwa Ibom State, we all saw it. That's a lot of progress. And if you remember how Akwa Ibom State was, it was just like a colonial outpost. There was nothing going on there. And to think that somebody will look at that space and blow it up in this way, like a mega city, I mean, that is a tremendous progress. And we can look at the good things that is going on there and believe that it can be better. It can always be better. It can always be better. Like I showed you some of the things that is going on in Hollywood, in Los Angeles, in Florida. You never see that kind of a thing. Even though America is a superpower, America is a superpower, and they will never tell you. And in the last few days, hours, I've posted some links on my WhatsApp group and on the what is it called, on the Telegram, to give you some perspective of what is going on in other parts of the world. This is a very difficult time for the whole world, and a lot of things is going on that ground, and like we have the kind of problems we normally would have in Nigeria, and we don't know this current events that is going on in the world. We are not even sure of how it's going to impact the generality of Nigeria. You understand me? So I feel like, let's talk about the benefits. Let's talk about the progress. And if you think, for example, that we are not free, that there is no independence, you are welcome. You can also tell us your reasons. At least we can also explore it, or because we don't just want to live in la land and we forget that the reality, so everyone is welcome to give their opinion. So if you come online, if you join the stream, be brief, collect your thoughts, say it as you mean it, and we'll keep it going. I hope it's going to be very interactive, and I hope if we have the time we can go into the rallies. But yesterday we were supposed to be talking about it, and it was kind of overshadowed, and we were talking about the rallies. But maybe we'll have time to go into the rallies and look at the rallies and the crowd that is going after the candidates. But let's give Nigerian independence some thoughts today. You're welcome, my people. Nkechi. Yeah, so let me share the link. Let me share the link. So if you are joining us, don't forget to enable your audio and your camera. It's very important. Some people, they come and they don't enable their camera or their audio, and I can't add them. So don't forget, you have to use the link. If you're on YouTube, you can press on the link and join us from YouTube. And if you are from any of my Facebook pages, you click Blessedom, the link you are seeing. Just click on the link you are seeing, and it will direct you to where you will just write your name, and that's all you need to do. And then you will be online. Just enable, your phone will tell you allow microphone, add microphone. You just add your microphone, add your camera. If you want us to see your face, if you want to remain anonymous, you want us to hear your voice, it's also welcome. You can remove your camera, and then we can be able to hear your voice. So everyone is welcome. It's an open session. Have your say. So my people, are you ready for this? You want to share your thoughts? You want someone to learn what you are thinking? Is there something we are not knowing that you want us to know? Is there an angle we are not thinking about that you want us to think about? Let us know. So our brother is saying the problem is not about making mistakes, but are we learning from our past mistakes, considering that 62 years is past a fool at 40? Okay. So the problem is not that we are making mistakes, but are we learning from our mistakes? Okay. So guys, house, that's the first question. Are we learning from our mistakes? And then what are the mistakes? What are we supposed to learn? For you to learn from the mistake, you have to actually acknowledge that there was a mistake. So are we making mistakes? And then what are the mistakes? And what can we learn from the mistakes? I don't know, Ezoku, if you want to share your thoughts with us, you are welcome. If you don't want to show your face, you don't have to show your face. So you're welcome to tell us what you think you know so let's be kind of talking about the issues and also thinking around what can be the solution. The state of Nigeria at the age of 62 is directly proportional to the execution and even planning of that parachute practice. You guys, you know the parachute that he's talking about. There were people who were doing some parachute, and some of them landed on the tree, some landed. I hope that man didn't hurt himself anyway, because we didn't really see how he landed. But eventually there was also someone that got it right. Rome was not built in a day, so give us some break, please. Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know, is are you guys seeing the link? Good evening, Michael. So I want to have an open session, because I don't want to be talking. I want you to contribute. I want you guys to come in and contribute, whether you're on Blessed Dawn page, whether on your Blessed Dawn, you are welcome to come in and contribute. From the way this year's Independence Day was celebrated not wisely, I fear that this Obi movement is not actually in the interest of the unity of Nigeria. Okay, that's interesting, but that is a little bit out of the topic at this point. Our mistakes were the intrusion of military dictatorship since independence, which has affected our progress somehow as a country. I think that's valid, and I think that's valid, and also judging that we have continued to have people who have something to do with the military in civilian uniform. It's almost like a continuation of that military regime. But the question is, have the politicians that were not military people done better than their former military people? I don't think so. I mean, there is nothing pointing that they have done better than the military administration. Although a lot of people will say the military administration laid the foundation to what we have now. But I don't know that they have done better than the military administration, except of course there are exceptions when you are looking at the performance of some state government. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, I was looking if anybody wants to come. Obviously nobody wants to come. So what I'm trying to say is Nigeria has a lot of potential. Nigeria has a lot of potential. I don't even know you. Someone just comes and said he hates himself, he hates his generation. I don't even know you. Like, the hate is for you. It's coming from your heart. You are torturing yourself. I don't know you. I don't know anything about you. And you are saying you are hating yourself, carrying hate in your heart. How does that affect me? Like, I don't even know that you exist. Come on now. Can you be that stupid? So I don't want to give them any attention anymore. That was a mistake. I'm sorry. So anyway, Nigeria has a long hair. That's 70. It's not going to end up. It's not going to end up. In fact, the thing is, there's a lot of progress. Especially, I think that the main mistake was the politicians that took over from the military since 1999. I think that these politicians were the worst thing to happen to any country, because the idea of government was just come and share money, get the money and share the money. So, like, they were not even interested in, like, I don't know, is it like they didn't know that this was a country? Like, they were just I don't understand it. They were just sharing money, not like they allowed everything they met to rot. I don't get it. Or like they didn't build new ones, and everything they met on ground, they allowed it to rot. It's incredible to think about it. They didn't rebuild roads, they didn't rebuild, like, there was nothing going on. They were just uh, giving themselves appointments, sharing money, they legitimized corruption to an unprecedented level, and everybody was just doing their corruption in different way. Like corruption was booming as a legitimate way of living, and people were not even content if they could do anything and there was no possibility to cheat and be corrupt and make profit over others. I think that was the disaster that happened to us from 1999. Like there was a boom in corruption. Like you could just be corrupt. I don't want I don't want to go into that one now. So we went into this phase, and it was okay to be corrupt. It was okay. Like you will see someone, they will say they are working with custom, and all of a sudden they are rich overnight. And you don't you like you are looking at you are trying to find a connection, like how, you know, and the people were just hammering. That was where the concept came. You don't hammer, you don't hammer, you don't hammer, and nobody is thinking about it beyond that. So people just kind of boom. That was, people started lacking compassion. I will never forget, there was one time when writing jam was with started with scratch card, and somebody actually went to form force scratch card and sold to young Nigerians who wanted to write JAMB. And you know that at the time, JAMB was one, when if you missed it 1 year before you'll be able to write another JAMB. And he cashed out, and people bought all these fake scratch card and prepared for the exam. And on the day of the exam, they were sitting down at the exam hall, and the card that they bought was fake. Like somebody went to this extent to do that. And we have cases where people were importing fake medication, were producing at the backyard fake medications, and they were selling it, and people were buying it, and they're becoming billionaires overnight. All kinds of corruption. And people were in government, they will say they want to build road, they will share the money for the road 10 times, they will create false companies, and they will allocate the money to the false company, and everybody knows these people just carried on with their life. Like, I don't know how this happened. I'm still wondering. Like, it was like Nigerians were in some, like, it's almost like they use juju cover everybody. People were just putting their head on that, and just like it was just kind of accepted if you look at it somehow. Like nobody even talks about it. If I would say everybody should go to their villages, their local government, even you don't have to go back to your village, wherever you are residing, go to the public primary school there and snap pictures, it will be so shameful. Like, it became like a norm. Being corrupt became like a way of life. And for example, NDDC, Niger Data Development Commission, all the millions, they just looted it, shared it among themselves, and everybody just carried on. Like, I don't know. I think that is the tragedy that happened to Nigeria. This the taking over of politicians. And I think that there was no political training, there was no political education, and people just understood that I'm going to spend money for elections, bribe people, and then bribe my way into the office and steal all the money back. you know and I think we're still there today. I don't know, like when I'm looking at it now, even to today, I remember I posted a video about a school in Anambra, and the school was in very poor shape, and there were children. Even in that poor shape, there was children inside that school, and they were singing. Ijowa. So the man was like, well, what kind of school is here? They say Ijowa, that kind of a thing. And somebody was reaching out to me and trying to make all kinds of excuses that school is not the same now, that school has changed. I was like, okay, it was a video I put up. If you show me the video of the current update, I will put it up also. And then he went to document some kind of pictures and he was sending it to me that I should post it. I'm like, I showed a video. Hello? If you want me to counter the video, bring a video that is verifiable from that place. And so you see how there are people who benefit from this rot and they are trying so much to cover their, they don't care about the people. I think that is the main thing that has happened. So many abandoned projects, exactly. So many abandoned projects, and it was okay that a government will start and another one will come and continue, a government will start, another one will come and continue. Like there was no continuation like what we have seen in Akwa Ibom. It was this one will just do something and then it will leave it, and another one will come, we start something completely, new, and disregard what has happened. And I think that is actually what has happened to the state of Nigeria. Like, we allow the politicians to have their way. We allowed politicians to have their way. And somehow it was like maybe nobody taught the politicians governance, what it means, and what is expected of them. Maybe they thought that just like the Europeans, the colonial master came and took whatever they needed to take it to Europe to go and develop Europe, and to for themselves, for their benefit. So I think it's still in their mind. They are like the new colonial master. So their own is to come and take everything for themselves, and their own is to build only the houses for themselves. Just like colonial master will come and take everything, go and build mansion, go and build their own railway. They only built roads to the GRA. They have government reservation area, so they built only the road to government reservation area, and they built only the road to the airport, the road to the sea, to the ocean, where they will carry the things away. And they introduce varieties of crop that will be commercial crops that are important for them. Became our cash crop. We have to cultivate it for their own exploitation. You understand? So, like, for example, white maize was not really indigenous, but because they needed it because of the starch it will yield, so we have to plant white maize. And then, originally we didn't have white maize, we had something like orange maize, not really yellow, orange, so, and other colors. So at the end of the day, we have this idea, like, your government official, your own is just to go there and collect your own money, collect your own share, and go. Like, like everybody, like our brother was saying yesterday, this Nigerian government, like, dissociating themselves from the country. It's like this country is this massive cake there, this massive expanse there. It's different from you. You have nothing to do with it. Your own is, if you have access, go and take as much as you can and go away. If you have access, go and take as much as you have and go away. If you have access, take as much as you have. Save for yourself, save for your children, save for your children. You will never be poor again. And that is why most of the time, all the wealth you see in Nigeria, all the wealthy people you see, they cannot boldly tell you the source of their wealth. The source of their wealth is Nigeria. The road they have not built, the hospital they have not built, the bridges that collapsed that they did not. Everything is their money, it's in their pocket, you know. So they would rather send their children to school somewhere in London rather than to build up all the community schools, so all the children will go to the same community schools, and there will be this communal community living among the people, and so people will have affection for each other. But they wanted to enthrone that class that was synonymous with the way Oyibo used to see us, that we are not up to them. So they became the new Oyibo, and they saw us normal people that are not in government as them. And that's where also even the military people, they see non-military people as bloody civilian. They will say, all these civilian, something like that. Because they are not, like, they are still operating at that level that a colonial master operated. They have not come down to realize that, man, this is my country. This actually is my country. And your country is like your family. Your country is like, your village. Your country, like, when they say, arise, oh, come, patriots, we don't have that patriots. We just have people who want to come and take. And that's why we are seeing. And when they give us a little, we are so happy. Like we are very happy with what we are seeing in Akwa Ibom State. But I'm very sure that when you go into Akwa Ibom State, there are so many people, or so many sessions that people will be having a lot of complaints. But when we did not see anyone, this is the only one we are seeing. We are going to be happy because this is the standard. This is what we have seen. And so we have not seen anything, and we are seeing something here. So that brings the question: was it necessary? Are we free? And can we say that we are independent and not something like that? Like I was saying yesterday, the first step is to be independent, because the person that you are under him before, he's not going to just open his eye and just okay, oh, bye bye, you. So he's somewhere looking, and he has so many things that he has interest in, you know. So you will just have to find a way to be wise, to be wise. And for you to be wise, and for you to even understand what is even happening in the first place. So I feel like the benefit is that, for example, we can still have access to our place. For example, if you are coming down to Nigeria, all of a sudden everybody will be Juju like us. Yeah, that our brother is saying the root of the problem is lack of accountability and not asking questions. So where did that come from? It came from who you won't ask colonial master, say, wait till you take this thing, how many be? Who born you, then born you where? Eh? Good evening, Ben. That's where it's coming from. So they took over and they are doing as they learn. So it's like they have not come into their own mind. Everybody look at us and they know that we don't know what is going on, and we have not come into our own mind. You know, no, the we are independent from physically, but for inside head, we never Tito, we never reach, we never understand, you know. We never understand wetin dey go on for the life sef, and that is something that when you think about it, you worry about it. Although there are people that understand, though, some people that understand, and when they are working towards whatever they are working, those ones that don't understand will be making a lot of noise. They will be running to the same colonial master. They will be like say na their papa. See, oh, they go report. See that person do like this. More that come, oh, those are, they will be looking at them. Where will the good leader come from? The good leader will first of all come from when the person, the opolo, like Yoruba people will say, when the opolo, when the obun don correct, that's where the thing will come from. You cannot just stay and become a good leader. You have to have a purpose. Like, there's one book we read one time, The Purpose Driven Life. You have to have a purpose. So what is the purpose? Like an average politician in Nigeria, what is their purpose? They will have been saying the same thing. I'm going to end corruption since 1990. What is the purpose? What is actually the purpose? They don't understand yet. They don't understand what all this country self mean. They don't even understand what country mean, because let's face it, this concept is not from us. We them bring and come. We never master wetin dey go. You remember when they were doing this thing they are doing in the UK, that they were making Charles King, and I was telling people like what we are learning from it, like just like what is written in the Bible. Notice that it was like a church service. The coronation was a church service. Everything they are doing, did you notice that it was a church service? It was just like what they used to write in the Bible. If you read the Bible in the Old Testament, from Samuel to Judges to First Samuel to Kings, you will see like it's like the whole thing is replaying itself. So the solution is for us to understand. Civil services is needed as long as we have countries. As long as we want to be like other countries, there is always a place for civil service. People have to do civil service. People have to provide all those aspects. There's no country that doesn't have civil service. So is there any benefit so far? Is there any benefit? I think that at least at least um even though we can say underlying, there are people, like you are the head but somebody is the neck, but I feel like it's still something that we are the head there, even though the neck is pushing you around. But I feel like it's the first step. Is the first step, and we just have to make use of it. That's the benefit. We just have to make use of it. Like if we believe we are free, then we act like free people, and we think like free people, and we begin to do things like free people. You understand me? And we begin to want to be independent and produce like free people. So our brother is writing, he said, democracy is un-African enough, and we must do well if we have to align ourselves with our cultural values first. We cannot talk about everything from Oyibo, including language, yet we say we are independent without Oyibo mass language in our WAEC result. We cannot even get admission to university in our own country. What independence are we talking about then? See, we never radio. Yeah, but we are not the only one. We are not the only one. A country that there is no lights, road, hospital, a country that people cannot go out freely. How can someone celebrate that kind of country? Okay. Well, if I tell you the level of insecurity in America, you will not even believe it. You will not believe it. The level of insecurity in that place is not, it's not easy. Oh. Even our map na dem drag give us. Even the oil wey dey cause problem na dem find am give us. Hey. He say even it will not be like Nigeria own. I don't understand. You say it will not be like Nigeria. The difference in Nigeria's own is that if somebody does it in Nigeria, the judiciary is not working. But in America, even with all the their law is working, their judges are doing very, they know they be sorry for person, they harsh. But apart from that, who kpai don't kpai. That place no easy. Oh. That place now, and everybody carry kpai. Any small thing, they go kpai. Yeah. So the thing is, like I was telling our people the last time that I was doing a video, say, like you said, you are right when you say even the map na dem draw and give us, not true. So we have to be thinking, say, person wey dey rule the whole world, no be moi moi na. We dey see wetin dem dey take put am eye dey see. Wetin dat man do there? The man sef dey try say, I want to dey do my own thing. Na you no fit do your own thing, na be the problem. You no fit do your own thing. The thing wey hold the thing is strong. E strong. Dis side wey we dey now, dem no fit do their own thing. Why? Because of dat gbas-gbos wey dem go put themselves with dat man wey dem dey call Hitler. Dem no fit do wetin dem want. You understand? So even though dem dey look say, okay, dem dey buy ekpo from dis oga put am, say life dey better for dem, America no want. Dem no get dat power for here. As even dem come even dey consider am, pipu come dey enter road go dey say, wetin, who send dem message make dem go dey quarrel with dat man, make dem make sure say dem go stop all dis fight wey dem dey fight with Putin, and make dem on the ororo back. Wetin we see? Dem say dem go put something for where dat pipe dey for inside water, pim. You know say I dey talk coded. So I hope una dey follow my argument, una dey understand wetin I dey talk, because I no dey talk finish o. I no get power o. My children still small. So the thing is deep, wetin dey go on. So many people no get, fit, like, for you to say you wan stay your own. Na that time we go know. Even Christmas light for here now no show, nothing like Christmas light this year. Even we don dey buy generator for here now. Generator don be big deal. If you go market, you no go even see say generator. You don buy charcoal, buy lamp, wait, we no know wetin dey happen. Yeah, we no know wetin dey happen now. As I dey here, dat lamp wey una dey use for Nigeria, get am here now. Because anytime gbas-gbos, we no know. We don buy charcoal, wait, we don buy coal pot. Yeah, that's serious. If you want, I can go and bring it and show you. Everybody dey ready. We don buy generator, a small generator. Small small generator. How man go do? We don get the thing, e no easy. E no easy. Maybe make I show una the generator. Na different size o. Different size. Na the one wey we see buy be that. So let me show you guys. Make e no be say I dey talk too much. I think I wanted to share the photo with you guys. I will share the photo in the WhatsApp later. Yeah, so like now, nobody, because when German, I showed the people the video when they come, they enter road, say, wait, who send you? May una go dey follow Oga put and dey fight. Say we no come, everything done there. life no easy. Person go work, he go carry all the money, pay for everything, then wetin happen? So when the government come dey consider, they come dey fight among themselves, say na you. So one part they come dey think say okay, they go find how they wan do the talk. Make they come dey say they go meet Turkey, make Turkey come help them, do moderation, make dem talk the talk, make e no worse like that. Say make dem see how they wan take beg oga put am, so yeah, on and back, do something like. Before you know it, they don't go bust the thing for underwater. I will share the video with una later for inside group. The video with the thing. So tell me, for this world where we dey now, who get the power and the everything where they need, where they go take go inside underground, go bust something? And you want tell me say who they sell something when the people say inside go gain maybe up to 50% inside, go spoil am. So now another person wey wan make sure say you no get choice, you have to do wetin they tell you. You no get choice. So here they no get that choice, because as they lose. Na me go there, I dey tell you. Now, so you wan reach now, And this thing wey we dey think say we free, like for here where we dey now. I remember one time, one of my friend, he wanted to come and visit me from Canada. So, when she come dey go the embassy for the visa, now they come ask and say the person or something like that. When they bring she just call the name, they don't tell am where the number, everything, like they carry everybody address for hand like this. You understand? And today sef, we can't still carry all this thing for hand. That I don't know how many of una remember when this thing come in those days. Google now, if you like, you go dey use your phone, you no like to use Google, you no go use Google. But now you no fit use this one, say you no get Google inside. Yeah, you understand? So now they don't go in. Tell me who for this world get that power. For example, this side they need that thing, say no be there. The other side they need that thing because they need the money, say no be there. Who again fit enter that place go do that thing where nobody go see them? Who? So wahala dey, we no even know where the thing dey where the thing dey go. We don dey try. We don even sef, I say I go still buy more garri last maybe we go dey drink garri. I no know. Me sef, everything no sure. So wetin make me dey talk go this thing be say, the way we dey think, and we dey think say anybody free for where you see that man, that oga Kutan, the problem wey im get be say, all like Nigeria be na dem be for that side. Everything wey dey for this life, e dey their place. And before when say the first be super power like Ahmed that time, they call them USSR or something like that. So when they come, now still all this wahala, when they come enter inside, people go say they won't go protest, say bread no deal, they go enter inside. So they can't do the thing. The whole that one will be their concurrence that time can't spoil. That time they can't scatter them small. This one can't be this country, be all this small country where would you see? You understand? So now, so when they don't get all this small country now, from nowhere, just like Nigeria now, when it be say, as we get all this people, they can't get some people, they can't be contractor, they can't get oil well, something wey be country own, wey supposed to they go dey take and go dey enter the country, everybody go dey see the game. E can't be say e can't dey for some people, and they can't say they get oil well from there, they can't talk say e can't turn to their private son, they can't use and be olowo, mega olowo wey person no fit know where the money start, e no fit know where the money end. And they can't, now if you can't go see work for Mobi, your own done better. You go see work for Total, your own done better. You go see work, for Wetin be all this thing? Shebi no oyibo this one. All of them na be the new kolo wey dem carry come. So everybody get im own share. Oga Mama Eliza that time, e get im own. Wetin dem dey call am? Shebi na im be Mobi. Wetin be their own sef? BP. The French own na im be Total, na im be Fina, na im be F. Italian, I think Fina na Italian, F na France. Total, I no even remember the countries. Na so dem take share the thing among themselves. The one wey be Naija own win for inside, dem just dey there. Dem know say dem dey there. Dem go just put anybody there. That person na who wan come share, thank you. Na who wan come collect oil, na im go bring pipe, na im go bring measurement. How many you carry o? Na im go dey tell you say I measure so amount. For example, they go na dem go use their hand pull say measure so that kind of a thing. Dem dey see that kind thing. Oh, F is Italian. Okay, sorry. I just know that they shall share am among themselves. You know? Thank you. Thank you. Now they follow. Now they follow exactly. This one. You understand? So that is it. So at the end of the day, now so it be for that Oga put am side. So all those people, they call them oligarch. Say now because they call Olowo to the extent they say their name can be oligarch. They get everything, they get money, and ordinary these Russian people, they can't be like we now as Nigerian people. They no see themselves, they no get anything, they just they suffer, they find where they go, all that kind of thing, you know. Now all this thing can't dig ground when Oga put am can't enter like that kind 20 years ago. So as he can't enter, what he can't do be say all that Ororo company where they say they do that oligarch, can they carry all this their Shell and Total, Texaco, all those things, can they do say that they do multinational? No, that way they say they chop. Now they say that they do multinational, you know. They say, oh yeah, everybody, I find your way. Or your na so. Even some of all those oligarch, then na so they can't carry run, you know, they can't go turn to Loma Jugoji for that side. Now then they talk with all the thing we no good. Then they can't they say Oga put no good. The man no one know. The man can't enter the country, can't they organize all the money, can't they put inside the country for the first time. They can't they give Russian people money. Like if you born, they go give you money. So the people can't they see some money for they can't they do the country things, can't they go where, but who no can happy? My brother, where would they coded our talk now? You know. Who no come happy for inside? You know, that Papa Samuel. You know Papa Samuel, they call am Uncle Samuel. Now Papa Samuel no happy. But they say Papa Samuel, that get one man they call am Uncle Sam. They no dey happy. They say na so they come carry the man matter come outside. Put am. Hey oh, the man no care. The man they do everything. So later the man come up for power. The man come put on another person. They come put another person. Later the man come still come back. The thing just they worry them. So good evening, Rabiu. They don't try many things. They won't enter that place because that place the thing don't they too strong. And then that man they come back. They say you want turn to wetin they fair be before, and they no want. Now say some boys they no only me come a job. Now wetin they find this Papa Samuel where they did for this world. So now then they run this show. Now then know wetin they want, how they want it. So wetin we fit do as things be now be say if we fit to they do small first. And you think say they will come sit down, they look, you know. They don't fit just sit down, they look us now. That day, you know, in those days when we small, when all those things as they happen for Liberia, when it be say they just did there, they live there, they buy themselves before Nigeria can't go. Remember now, that time when we small, Ecomog, all those they can't go there. When Liberia people see Nigeria like this, they happy. That's why they show us for television. And we come the one that say, now our own Nigeria army, they happy for like this. We not even know say Nigeria army get wetin dem carry. When they can't go there, when Papa Samuel come see say this thing no go, they no go fit leave these people like this. So make they come get that kind say for this our area now, say na dem go come dey run, they come be the dorime for all this West Africa. They no go fit leave that kind thing now. So they have to put hand inside and be all this wahala wey we dey see so. Nothing dey stand. Only say some people no understand. They go even go dey call Papa Samuel, say Papa Samuel, see na wetin this one do me because they dey think say Papa Samuel na him be their papa, na him good. The other ones no good. Papa Samuel no dey mind them because they know say this one wan lose, this one they no get sense. Na so if then that person wey dem want no na kata na him be the thing. Na him be the thing. Na make for me always, I dey always tell my people say una calm down. Nothing new say dudu we dey kpai ourselves. Nothing new inside. Everybody knows. Those are they go say wetin again they know, no be to dey kpai themselves. So make we dey calm down. If na all this road, make we still dey try dey do am for ourselves. Make we still dey do am for ourselves small. My children are still small, my brother. Make we still dey do small for ourselves, the whole body, dey maintain. All these things are small. By the time you go blow like this, you go surprise them. They go dey look, you say nothing dey go there, you go dey come small. Without all these people wey go dey under, they run, go dey find their face, I know, my brother, now. That's why if I dey look all these our people, they go say they go school, they live abroad, though. But if you listen to them, go know say they no even understand wetin dey go on, They never even like that some people you go just dey look them like when they begin dey talk and come dey look them, they go come go dey tell Papa Samuel say they come dey kpai our Christian, we will be Christian. Papa Samuel go just dey look them say who be all this one, they say like these people they no even understand wetin dey go on sef. Wetin concern them? You be Christian, wetin concern them? You say you be Muslim, who send you? They see say Papa Samuel and the for seat of Islam, na them be the best friends. They see am something dey happen for your korokoro eye. They see am. So what I'm trying to say is, may we try, let this election, I feel like maybe we can be doing sessions about our candidates and what we want, so that we can actually be saying what we want. Say, like, maybe they write am for paper, like maybe something like a project, give am timeline. First of all, we need all the public and private public primary and secondary school to be running in all local government, built up with lunch. No be all this one where they go they find where they go carry bread put inside beans. No, real lunch where they go cook for the school, serve the children. You understand? We need health care at the rural level, every local government, all those abandoned projects, all those hospitals where they build, they go abandon and no nurse. We need healthcare system. Now, because Nigeria no get healthcare system, that's why our doctors and they come out. We need healthcare system. My brother, you see this birth control. When life done dey good, everything go arrange itself. Burning many children is almost like a natural reaction to difficulty, because when you no get where they go, no dey busy, wetin again you want to dey do? When people get busy, have things going, have drive, you think say anybody wan sit down come dey born how many children? If at all e go count am. Free education, every state, every level. All this stupid school where you go see dem go pull chair wey don break. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. We no go fit enforce am. As long as say we never get healthcare system, we never get pension system, you no go fit enforce one two children, because last the children na be the pension of the elders. You no go fit enforce am except you are providing healthcare system. You have to provide healthcare system, and if I anchor that healthcare system with pension. So if somebody is old, there will be some healthcare, some welfare for them. And so if somebody they look say, when I get old, maybe I will go into this system like this. Yeah, when you are jobless, what else? Even when the country is moving, even women begin to have engagement. Women have to begin to have dream. Which woman wants to sit down and they born 7 children for you? Now joblessness, you will can't keep everybody for inside. They go come they born. Where they see that kind of thing? Now joblessness they cause that kind of thing. Say woman go come they born 10 children. He say na lie. It's joblessness, oh. It's joblessness, because when you have something doing, you will not have the time to now. You will have a dream. You will have something you want to accomplish with your life. Also, other than having children, you will have your children, but you will continue to do what you are doing. And sometimes it's not even the number of children; it's the lack of spacing. Sometimes the lack of spacing. You have children this year, next year you have children. Like when you marry young, for example, if people are privileged to marry young, if you marry something like maybe by the time you are in your 20s, you can be having like one child, give them like 5 years gap. You have time for that one. 4 years gap, you have time for that one. Then before you have by the time you spread it apart, it will be fine. Then even if you have 4 children, eventually you will be able to take care of them. But the way you have them like a pack of cigarette, pam 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 pam, and then boom, anything happen to the man, the woman is on her own. Problem don't come. But if you space it now, maybe by the time you are maybe 8 years in the marriage, now 2 children happen dey inside, and something happen to the man, the woman will be able to cope with 2 children. It will not be overwhelming like 6 children. Some people, the way that they born, it go be like say they ring bell. Oh yeah, on your man set, go. Wetin dey happen? Space the children. He say, yeah. Once the man know they work and the woman dey there, wetin again one mean they work? And this thing that they say, hold your leaders accountable, hold your leaders accountable. How are you going to hold a leader accountable, an ordinary person? Is the state needs to provide the instrument and enforce that instrument and use the instrument. So this will be part of the things that Nigerians should be discussing in this election. So this election has to be about, how are you going to hold people accountable? We want to provide the means, let people know, let it be something that is discussed. We need something like laws that are simple, like the 10 commandments. Put it on every corner of Nigeria, every primary school, let the laws be there. Like here, all the laws, traffic law, they are teaching the children from primary school. Police will be, they will have a day, police come, police will teach them emergency, fire, emergency will come, they will teach them prevention. There's a age they will get to, they will teach them things about sexual something. Like, you have to, the school have to be robust enough to give people that knowledge that they need. You understand me? So once you know the law of the land, not everybody is be quoting a Bible. Like if you do good, they say, "Oh, what church?" It doesn't have anything to do with church or religion. Let it be legal. What is lawful? You know your law. You know the right thing to do. And let everybody will be able to. So, okay, if you do something like this is the way to go. You just have to get the leaders that know that the country is like, it's no longer like some things that is different from you, where you can just go and hammer. That the country is like your family, you want to build it. People just they born, and that born where people they born is a major problem. And I was thinking about it the other day. The main issue, even within families, you will see parents that will give birth to 6 children, and they don't have any plans of how they want to take care of that children, and they will manage to have trained the first son and leave the responsibility of the children they bettered to the first son and the first daughter. And they will not stretch long and be sitting. And their younger children need money, need school fees. They will say, tell your brother. The brother never born. The sister never born. They have now started carrying burden of their parents' children, and nobody cares. Nobody wants to know however they are faring, how they are going to do it. How can somebody that is going to school come and be feeding you and your children at home? So that population control is going to be hard to go in like that, but maybe you can be starting, like, I don't know, the people that want to enforce it, it will be hard, because on what moral ground are they going to stand to enforce it? Somebody that have already 28 children, like one lawmaker has 28 children. So can he now make a law to say people should have 2 children when he has 28? Or maybe this lawmaker, most of our politicians, they are polygamists. They have different wives and different children, many children. So on what moral ground are they going to stand? And the first daughter will put the body, just from two parents, they will just be creating burden. I've met so many people here. That's the problem, you know. So, and for the first time, I've never considered it. I remember when I was in the university, there was this lady. And she went to her elder sister to she wanted to start school or something. No, school was resuming. So she went to her elder sister she needed something for school beginning, something like that. And the elder sister was like, go and meet your father. Or maybe your parents are alive. And so the lady was very offended. And so she came back to the hostel and she was very offended. She was angry. She was like, Amy, Omo Balogun. She was just hitting her heart like this. I was like, okay. It was interesting to see, like, okay, so that your papa is Balogun, and you now leave Balogun, you want to go and meet a young lady, that is living, I don't know the condition of the woman, whatever, and she was like very, very upset about it. And then I remember another incident. There was one lady, she was also my classmate, not my classmate, but we were roommates at the time. And her younger sister used to come to her younger sister was in the secondary school. So the younger sister will come to her and was expecting that she will always come to greet her during their visiting day in the secondary school. It's not very far from the university where I was. And one day, so she came back and I was like, you didn't go and greet and meet your sister. She will be expecting you. She was like, her parents will go and greet her, and that was coming from a place that I never thought about before, because normally you would expect that as a dad, you would just overtake the responsibility. And I was thinking, it's actually proper for give birth and you take care of your children, until my sister's mother-in-law, she will be like, onye mozo, onye mozo, like she doesn't do that, onye mozo. And it began to, come together like, yeah, onye mozo. Not that, like, when, give birth and, and take care of your children. If you cannot take care of the children, don't give birth to them. You understand? So I think we can start from there. And we can start to let people understand that nobody owes them anything. If you go and have many children and say, is this uncle, they are rich, they did not give me money, nobody owes you anything. So if the children, if we can begin to, send that message that nobody owes you anything, first of all. Our brother said in Lagos State, apparently the average family size is now 3 children. Lessons can be learned how they achieve it. I believe it's rent now and living cost. And because the public schools have failed, you have to pay school fee. By the time you pay 3 school fees, body go tell you now. So. And then there are so many abandoned projects. What can be done about that? You know, I think the most simple things. And another thing that is also very important, I feel that we are not looking at, is the security safety for police people, law enforcement. Because, for example, look at how they are following somebody with bulletproof in empty van. Like, how does that make sense? Like, that means they don't care about those security people. How can you sit in a bulletproof car and somebody in open van is the one guiding you? Is it not time that they also have their own bulletproof? So if they know that something is going to happen, at least if they can enter from inside that place, they will be secure. At least, I feel like there's need to protect the law enforcement agents. Because when I'm looking at what these type of people are doing with them in the Southeast, it's not a good thing at all, at all, at all. They need to have kits, fortify them from head, and instead of you to go and buy only bulletproof for yourself, buy for your security. The police station, they need to equip it and with quality original bulletproof, so that they will be secure, with headgear, so that they will be kitted, and there will be a measure of security for them. Our brother said public schools in Lagos is working fine. Yeah, it is possible. If you can, if where there is a will, there is a way. Where there is a will, there's a way. you know but I feel the first control will be, once the parents know that nobody owes you anything. Nobody owes you anything. If you have children, onye more, full stop. Not your uncle, not your brother, not your sister. You will not say, oh, see, my I'm living in one room, my brother is living in a mansion. No. No, no, no. Your brother's duty is not for him to come and carry your responsibility. No. And everybody have to, like in the West that we cherish so much, that we are looking, nobody, like once you are 18, even you live in your parents' house, you will be paying rent. No free bill, no free. This one, the Nigerian will be living in your father's house until, no free. There's nothing free. By the time you are 18, once you are 18, you start taking responsibility. Yeah, absolutely. It's better than none. Yes, honestly, if I'm police, me too, I will not allow, like, and even when they have that bulletproof, they say they buy it by themselves. They buy it by themselves. Yeah, so, yeah, I hoped that we'll have more contributions, like someone to come in, but obviously nobody is interested to do that today. Yeah, it's been almost more than an hour now. I think we had a good time today. What am I taking away from this place? There can be progress. There can be progress if we understand what is going on in the world. And nobody is going to give you that freedom you are looking for. You have to fight for it, work for it, build it, run it, have what it takes to stand on it. Stand on it. And nobody is gonna say, oh, can't they go? There is no free thing anywhere. Whatever you understand, you stand on it, you provide, you build it, you stand with it, like you see these chinko people, how they are gradually, like right now chinko is like a continent. I remember back then, some time ago, at around the kind of 2000 and something, CNN was talking about China, and they were like, China rising, China rising. They were talking about China the whole time. So we were like, okay, what is going on? I didn't even know, I didn't understand anything. So my brother was like telling me that time that this one that they are calling that place, So, in the lecture room that time, they will be talking about that place. So then I realized that it was a big deal for them because they didn't know how it happened. Gradually, now it's a force to reckon with. It's like a continent. Their economy is huge, massive. And now, when these people no see ororo wey dey take dey run machine, make dem take dey do company, who you think say go be the production of the world? Industry wan comot for all this our side. So we never know how they wan do am, especially welfare state of Europe, when e be say dem dey give everybody something to live on. How they wan take do am? E go hard, because if dem no see oil, wetin dem wan take do in machine? How dem wan take do production? Who you think say go come produce wetin the whole world go dey chop? You understand? So if we can understand what is going on, nobody is going to come and spoon feed us. So we need to train individuals that are not corrupt, individuals that understand integrity. And when they go into any profession, they will have a goal to contribute to the society, not to take and take and take. We are no longer colonial. We are not going anywhere. Colonial master is going somewhere. It's going away. It doesn't belong there. Eh? But we have to understand that this one is our own. And those of us who are abroad, we're supposed to understand that we are here, we see how they still look at us. So we're supposed to go and teach our people that one, even though they don't teach it us in the school. They don't teach us in the school. We're supposed to teach those ones at home. Say, look at what is going on. You understand? So that they will be able to build what they can for the people. So, like basic minimum things. If you see all this primary school, we're talking about this healthcare, how much will it cost? One gold plated car that they buy, be silver plated, be diamond plated, we even cover all this cost. So it's when people don't set their priorities right, they think to go and buy building in abroad is the way forward. No. You can buy one, for example, say if you have holiday, you have your holiday place, something like that. But it's not like, oh, you will take everything, you go and put there, you will not leave anything behind. He said before that Christ go come. Imagine, oh, yeah. So basically, I feel like we have not come into this century, and we need to, it's about time we start coming in. And when we come in, I believe that the people that ran Akwa Ibom State, they understood that this is our place, this is our home, this belongs to us, so we need to build it. And I think that's what we should do. Instead of thinking about how I want to build my own mansion, I want to build my own mansion, that we will learn that even if I build this mansion, it's still not going to save me from the collective poverty, from that collective bad road. Driving from that bad road to that my mansion is still affecting me. You can't escape that collective poverty. Even if you build all those mansions, build that big house for yourself, if anything happens to you, if they don't get you to Europe on time, your own don't finish. So you cannot escape that collective poverty if you don't do it for yourself. So I think we begin to understand. We can start little by little. This is not the time we'll go they fight ourselves, they point hand to each other, because wahala dey ground. Wahala dey ground. So we'll see how the whole thing is unfolding, and we'll know that now the one, everything we are saying is the one we understand at a time like this, so we should be willing to learn, unlearn, be accommodating, and anything that will cause friction, anything that will cause katakata now, we should tone it down. Anything that will bring us again versus them, we should tone it down. Even though election is coming, and people are campaigning for their candidate, they are going to pick on the other candidate. It is normal. It's election. Take it to heart, put it into consideration. If you are a Miloko, know that Obedient are going to poke at you, any other article are going to poke at you. And if you're Obedient, know that they are going to poke at you. No, they are going to poke at you. You cannot escape it. So it's not something that you are going to be fighting about. It is politics, and don't take it personal. It will come, it will pass, and we will still be here by the special grace of God to witness who we emerge. Thank you so much, Jerome. Yes, people need to take responsibility. Above all, we have to also teach responsibility. No blame game. If you do anything good, you do bad, it is your responsibility. You have to take it. Nothing like devil push me. I did not know what I'm doing. You have to grow up by force. If you want to have 10 children, you have to train them. You don't expect another person to come and carry them from you. So I don't know whether we can have a government that can enforce that law for us, but it's something that we'll wait and see. But I think that the reality will begin to set in when people begin to realize that it's not anybody's responsibility to care for your children, not even your elderly children, the senior, the first and second, or whoever is well off in the family. Take responsibility for yourself. Yeah, it's a long way home, like um uh yeah, I remember there was one song I heard sometime. It was from America, and they were singing, sometimes I feel like a motherless child, sometimes I feel like a motherless child, sometimes I feel like a motherless child, a long way from home. It's like a medley. They would just be singing a long, I think it's a Black African song, reminiscent of everything that they are going through, like a long way from home. And I think when you think about Nigeria, that song is resonating with me, because it's like, it's like a motherless child that has a long way home. It's a long way. But even though the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. I think I will just leave it there. I'll leave it there. So thank you so much for being a part of this program. Thank you so much, my people. I appreciate your support. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate your comments. And I hope anybody who watches it later will learn something, one or two. Pardon me that I'm coding a lot, I don't know, now. I'll see you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jerome. Bye for now.